I'm gonna be honest. I'm denied about doing this video. Really did. The reason I did because things are so. I'm so buzzing with things at the moment because of Manchester United result has kept us West Ham up. I'm safe, which I'm thrilled about, and I'm also, we're going into tonight's game with AZ Alkmaar, which I'm, buzzing with excitement. Really, obviously a little bit of anxiety. Don't want it to go wrong, but I'm really excited. It's a good time to be a West Ham fan, especially after this tough season. It is lovely now to be, back in a decent position, but I do want to talk about something about the refereeing standards in this league. The reason, as I say, I didn't want to sort of distract from how things are being good, but I don't think this can be ignored. I'm getting sick and tired of it, to be honest with you. I'm so fed up with this. And I'm talking widespread here. I'm not some West Ham fan moaning, going, "Oh, it's always us." Because I know a lot of clubs feel the same, and I'm just tired of it. I'm so tired of the biased nature of what's going on in this refereeing world. I want to know what's happening. There's got to be an investigation. Someone's got to understand what's going on, because VAR was introduced, as far as I was concerned, to correct any clear and obvious errors from the refereeing, and that kind of made sense. And I think as West Ham fans, as football fans, we all kind of thought it's going to level the playing field. At last, no more bloody biased decisions, no more dodgy calls, because they can't get away with it anymore. Not only are they getting away with it, it's made it worse. You can see it. You're watching it on bloody replays, and they're just making decisions. I mean, I've just listed a few this season. Now, I'm going to focus on West Ham. And if other fans are watching this and going, "Well, it's just a West Ham fan moaning," well, I am, yeah, but I'm moaning about, in general, but I'm only picking out the West Ham ones because that's the ones that I remember and are fresh in my mind, okay? The Forest game beginning of the season, if you remember, we had that ridiculous decision with Antonio running into a player. I mean, that was never a foul. It just ran into each other. But again, bang, it goes against us. Chelsea away, the corner goal with the Bowen, when he clipped the goalkeeper, he went over him. Again, I mean, a disgusting decision to rule us out. And that was a vital game for us. And so was the Forest game. The Forest game was a big goal. Could have changed everything. Could have changed our season. Really, it could have changed the course of our season. These are early on. I'm talking about the most recent ones, though, the Liverpool handball at home. I mean, it was ridiculous. David Moyes said, would that happen at Anfield? I mean, no, it wouldn't have done. It wouldn't have done. I'm sick of it being like, "Oh, no, it wouldn't have done." We all know that. As football fans, Liverpool fans know it as well. They might admit it. They might not admit it, but it's true. I'm looking at here, Palace penalty. I appreciate they're actually going to whack the ball in the net anyway, I think, when the challenge is made. But it was never a penalty. It was never a penalty. They checked this and looked at it and then called it a penalty. And then you got the Manchester United handball, which is the one that's really annoyed me the most. Because there's not even an excuse about the Manchester United one. He's not even bloody near the player. He's way away from him. He's crossed the ball. He's lent his arm up to block the ball. They've checked it and gone, "It's fine." I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm so tired of these big clubs being favoured. Now, people will go, "Oh, yeah, look, here we go, moaning." I'm not. It happens with us as well. We get favoured of it. I've noticed it. When we play lower league teams in cups, I notice we get a lot of the favours. I know we do. I see it. Watch it happen. I think we're getting too many of the book. Every 50-50 is going our way. I notice it sometimes with, dare I say it, lesser clubs, probably less size in the Premier League. Sometimes I notice it. That I can just sense that we're getting a lot of the decisions here today. I'm just tired of that agenda. Football should never, ever have. The referee should never, ever be favouring a team. Ever. That is not right. That is corruption. They should not be going onto that pitch believing we're going to favour that side if anything we can do to help them. They did a league table this season, the seeing where West Ham sat, okay? We're bottom of the league on the VAR calls. Again, I'm pretty sure we seem to be always down the bottom, if not bottom. We're bottom again. We're -7 points on VAR decisions. Liverpool are top, most favoured. I'm just going to leave it out there, all right? It brings me also to a previous comment about the Premier League. They once made a comment. I've got to paraphrase this, but someone at top brass at the Premier League once said about when Manchester United lost for Alex Ferguson, they had a period of decline, didn't they, where they really were struggling. As they have for a while, they're still not really recovered, really, but they're starting to build. And he actually used the words, "It's not good for the Premier League for Manchester United to be in this position." I don't understand that comment. I really don't like it as well, that the boss is basically saying we want Man United to be at the top. I don't like the fact they want the big clubs to be at the top. Football should be about fairness, and it's sport. It's open to all. It's a fair game. That's not a fair game if the top brass of the league are saying we want Man United to win. That kind of just shows you what's going on. that they are messages. There's got to be someone, a newspaper or someone out there that can investigate this properly, do an undercover and find out what's going on. Because I'm sure, I'm 100% sure there are conversations happening saying lean towards them. There must be, but there's too much evidence now against it to fight that corner. I just think that it's time now. This needs looking into properly. VAR hasn't worked. It has not worked at all. All it's done is highlighted this, made it even more sickening for me. I'm just getting sick and tired of it. And I'm not just talking about West Ham. I'm talking about, I see it all the time. We see it continually where teams are being favoured time and again because of the badge on their shirt or what ground it's at and all this kind of stuff. I'm just sick to death of it. I really want the referees to be fair. I put down some suggestions, actually. And this is one's already been mentioned quite a few times, and I think it would be brilliant. Is ex-footballers should be now running the refereeing. So it shouldn't be people from outside the game. It should be people from inside the game. Referees should be ex-footballers that know the game, understand it, and have and obviously don't get involved in their previous club's games. They're not biased at all, but they shouldn't have any bias anyway. Should be treated like proper football matches, even. You go out there and play. I'd like to see them also get post-match interviews. Why can't the referees come out and explain themselves? Why do they get hurried away? They can't speak. We never hear a referee talk, do we? I can't remember last time we ever hear it. Why can't they come out after a game and explain what their decisions are? And then admit it and say, look, yeah, we cocked that up. I'm really sorry. That would be better. Why can't we hear the conversations on the VAR? I'd like to know what their conversation. I want to know on that Manchester United, when he lifted his arm and it clearly was a handball, what was the conversation? What was said between VAR and that referee to let him go, no, it's not a penalty? We need to understand that. And I'll tell you another thing they should be doing as well. Rather than these pointless, pathetic apologies to teams afterwards and go, yeah, sorry, we got that wrong, give a point. After every game, doesn't matter if the other team can keep the 3 points, give that team a point and say, we cocked up, you were partially done, there's a point. It'd make it more accountable. And it would make them then not make so many mistakes, and they should be significantly fined as well. That their organisation, whatever you want to call it, they should be fined significantly for these mistakes, these key mistakes. That's my rant over anyway. I mean, I'd like to know your thoughts on it, see what you think, but I do think reform is needed, and I think an investigation is needed because I am getting to that stage now. I'm just getting a bit exhausted with it, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, I'm going to stop moaning about it. I'm still in a good mood overall. West Ham obviously playing tonight, so that's what my attention is going on to now. So, come on your irons.